Hello everyone, welcome back to Cynical Reacts. I'm your dude, Cynical. Some changes were recently made to the food stamp program in several states, making it so you can no longer buy junk food such as soda, candy, energy drinks, etc. Many people are completely outraged by these new rules, saying they are overreaching and ridiculous. Others argue that food stamp benefits were never meant to buy junk food to begin with and think the new rules make sense. Today, we're going to be taking a look at several clips of people that are angry with this new policy, as well as learning a little more about it.
For the second one.
So, EBT just gonna tell me what to eat now? Excuse me?
You have to pay cash now. Get down.
When EBT embarrasses you in front of everyone. Okay, so she went to check out and some of her items were junk food that is no longer covered by EBT, and she's embarrassed at the register.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I can't do this.
Now I gotta pay my hard-earned cash out of pocket. Yeah, a lot of us have to.
They don't take it for none of the chips. None of the chips. None of the things.
I can't wait no more.
This is not the government assistance I signed up for.
Only these. It's ridiculous. You're gonna have to come back.
Okay, what exactly are they not covering? Is this a box of Hot Pockets right here? I think that was.
Come back.
Had to handpick all the vegetables out. Okay, so can't we bring another cart by and take out all the junk food that is no longer covered?
Do it again.
Okay, we're only gonna be able to get the vegetables. Then we'll take the turkeys out.
Half-eaten, and they still wouldn't accept it. Wait a minute. You ate some of the food before you got to the register, and then they still wouldn't accept your EBT for it? Yeah, it doesn't mean it's covered now just because you ate some of it.
Then we'll take the turkeys.
Yeah, I see that you have an empty container here. You were eating brownies as you walked through the store, as we all do from time to time. I was just having a little aisle brownies, you know?
The turkeys out.
You're like, hey, does EBT cover this? And they're like, no. And you're like, but I ate half of it. They're like, okay, it still doesn't cover it.
We can only get the broccoli now. The broccoli, the vegetables.
Okay, so it's not letting you buy the junk food such as sweets, pre-made frozen food, and other stuff like that.
Yo, stay
How are we supposed to survive off of broccoli and lettuce? Look at how broccoli is spelled. You're not. You can buy other stuff besides that make up a complete meal.
Yeah. Me too, Mom.
I just heard the kid say, "Me too, Mom." My kids and I were humiliated. Yeah, I could see how this would be very embarrassing. However, many people pointed out that she has an expensive purse. I'm not that familiar with purses, so I don't know. Also, if you have an expensive purse, does that mean you can afford to pay for your own junk food?
Okay, this is all. Everything else. Go back. All of it.
All of it has to go back because it was junk food that is no longer covered. What, just the stuff down here is the junk food? Because some of this stuff up here are like bags of rice and whatnot. I hope it's still covering that. Alright, so as you can see, her EBT card was no longer covering junk food, and she was embarrassed because the card declined all that stuff. If we were going to put rules in place, I think they should just be on the amount of junk food you could buy. Like, you can't buy 10 things of ice cream, but you could buy 1, maybe 2. There has to be a happy medium somewhere. Next. She was trying to use her EBT food stamps and is surprised when the Walmart worker confirms that the majority of her items are no longer covered.
What else that say, man? So just those two? Oh, what's that one? Oh my! They didn't say which one? Girl, I ain't just the muffins. What's the deal? $188.
She said they took the muffins? What's the deal?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be shocked at the various items in their cart that are no longer covered. They're like, what? That's junk food?
Not even the juice?
The juice, yeah. No.
They didn't take the juice for real? What?
I heard that if a juice is less than 50% actual juice, it will no longer be covered.
I started that. It looks good this much.
Okay, how much of your shopping trip is not covered now?
They got 67, 51. So what's the rest? Girl, did they take the Reese's? Sure they take the Reese's. They ain't taking the juice. Y'all take the juices on. The green juice.
Well, if they're not going to let you get juice, I seriously doubt they're going to let you get that Reese's.
No. The Reese's, they didn't take the Reese's. Food stamps is boring right now. They don't even take it. Look, maybe lady cut the.
Okay, so you can't buy the Reese's with the food stamps anymore in her location. I don't believe they're doing this at every single location. They're rolling it out in like 10 states or so first. We'll take a look at that in a moment.
Light off. No, it's okay. Come on. Let's just get the stuff. Come on. Oh, she said keep it. She gonna keep it. Okay. Huh, what's the balance? So we can't buy no candy. $14.
What's interesting is that a lot of people are going to learn that every single thing in their shopping cart is considered junk food. You know what I mean? A lot of people are going to be like, what? My entire cart is no longer covered. And they didn't even realize that all of that was junk food previous to that. This might be a wake-up call for a lot of people.
$14.92. Okay. They didn't take Reese's and food stamps no more, no candy. So they went live when they said they're gonna take out all the snacks. They're taking away all the snacks on Reese's. What's the point of having it? That made me cry. That is so mean.
All right, so are these kids going to have actual food now for the first time? Okay, so as that person just experienced, their food stamps no longer cover junk food, including Reese's peanut butter cups. Like I said, I'm on the fence about the whole situation because this is going to cause her to make actual meals probably for her kids, which they likely haven't been getting. I could see the one kid was holding a little tub of ice cream. She had a thing of Reese's peanut butter cups. So hopefully this change causes a lot of people to start making actual food for their families, and it will be a benefit to all of these kids. Next.
So y'all need to tell me I can't buy no snacks off my EBT card. I'm in here shopping, trying to get all my good snacks.
When you just want chips, but EBT said, nah. Okay, so you're here trying to get some donuts, some of those little wacky snack cakes.
Trying to get all my good snacks and shit. Seriously. All that. Going straight to the buggy with me.
Okay, so they're not covering the cookies, the donuts, the cakes, the pies.
All those nice good sweets. What the? Y'all. For me to get to the register, they couldn't find out I can't buy no more snacks on my EBT card.
Okay, so it looks like you actually work at Walmart, I think. And then you're like, man, I've been looking at all these snacks by the register all day, wanting some of these Cheetos. And then when the time comes and I get out of work, they're not even covered by my EBT card anymore. Dang it. You're just sitting there looking at those Cheetos all day, waiting. You're like, soon you will be mine, Cheetos. And then cruel fate has snatched them away from you.
Almost snacks on my EBT card. Tell me I'm ashamed. And tell them that must be ain't true. And tell the damn people behind me in line say I must be ain't read the news. Cause baby, why the fuck am I doing with them trying at the house with no snacks? I got to buy cash.
Okay, so now you're going to have to spend your own cash, which you do have because you have a job here, on snacks.
Y'all always ready to cut my EBT card off there. No, ain't no way Trump did no shit like that. The fuck?
Okay, so now she's going to have to spend her own money, God forbid, on snacks. Next.
I saw this online and I was so shocked. They have recently changed it where SNAP EBT food stamps cannot use their SNAP EBT to buy snacks anymore. So Coca-Cola sodas, Snicker bars, ice cream. If the drink has less than 50% juice, you can't actually use it to buy those fruity juice drinks that are not juice, it's just sugar.
And you also can't buy Reese's peanut butter cups, as we just learned. Damn it, government, you've gone too far!
So they have changed it significantly. So people who go in the store and order Little Debbie pies, sodas, ice cream, candy bars, just tons and tons and tons of sweets. I see it all the time.
Oh yeah, some people would have a cart full of nothing but that stuff. In fact, a lot of people.
As I work for DoorDash, I can't tell if an order is EBT. We can't see if you order it with EBT, but I have shopped some orders that has just been all snacks, and I'm gonna assume that some of them may have been EBT and some.
Yeah, some people go completely off the rails, which is probably why these new rules have been put in place.
Some of them may have not been, but that is besides the point. They are no longer allowing people to use their EBT to buy snacks. Now, here's the thing. You may say, yeah, that's right. You know, you're on EBT. You're using my money that I worked hard for to pay for your food. There are people who need it. You know, people should have compassion. But yes, I agree that there is no way that you should be buying that much when it comes to snacks. Now, because you're on EBT doesn't mean that you don't deserve a Snicker bar.
Okay, so you're in the same lane as me, basically, then. You think that people shouldn't be allowed to just buy a whole cart full of nothing but junk food, but they should be allowed to have a little bit of snacks occasionally here and there. That's where I'm at. That's where my head is.
You don't deserve a tub of ice cream here and there. You know, if you're on EBT, you're struggling financially in some type of way, and you probably do need a snack here and there. But at the extent that the majority of the EBT is being used to buy snacks, candy bars, ice cream, tons of Little Debbie pies, candy, it's going overboard.
I've said many times in the past that some people are eating like their parents are out of town for the weekend. As adults, you're given this card and you're like, hey, you can go buy whatever you want for the most part in this place. You go and you're like, hey, dude, ice cream? Hot Pockets? Snickers? Those Snickers ice cream bars. Oh my God, yes, let's go. Dude, those Snickers ice cream bars. Oh my God, I haven't had one of those in years. God, I have to have one of those. Sorry.
And I get it. I know that there are single parents who depend on EBT to feed their kids. Sometimes kids don't want to eat food because they're used to those snacks that you started them on, and you just hand them a Little Debbie candy bar or a Little Debbie pie because you don't have time to sit there and say, hey, I'm going to give you this and that, or you give them that sweet juice because they love it. You have to have discipline to fix healthy meals for your kids, or they're going to want that nonsense. So yeah, EBT, SNAP, food stamps, they're taking away the sweets. Like I said, so far only 6 states have approved it to start in 2026.
I believe it's 10 now. We're going to look that up in just a moment.
And I think going forward, they will approve it everywhere else
I think so too.
as well. I feel like there's a certain limit, you know, people deserve to have a sweet, you know, a snack or whatever the case may be, but there are certain things that probably there should be a limit. 10%, 15% limit on how much you can actually do something. That's just my opinion.
Okay, and I agree with her on that point. I think if there is going to be a limit on junk food, it shouldn't be all-encompassing, like you can't have any at all ever. Now we're going to be talking about some of the new changes to the food stamp program, as well as which states it's going to affect. Alright, here's a map of all the states that have EBT restrictions currently in place. Arkansas, Iowa, Utah, Colorado, Louisiana, West Virginia, Florida, Nebraska, Idaho, Oklahoma, Indiana, and Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, including the Snickers bars. I'm sorry, that was really stupid. Alright, in Arkansas, restricts purchase of soda, fruit, and vegetable drinks with less than 50% natural juice, unhealthy drinks, and candy. In Colorado, restricts purchase of soft drinks. In Florida, restricts purchase of soda, energy drinks, candy, and prepared desserts. In Idaho, restricts purchase of soda and candy. In Indiana, restricts purchase of soft drinks and candy. In Iowa, restricts all taxable food items as defined by the Iowa Department of Revenue, except food-producing plants and seeds for food-producing plants. Louisiana restricts purchase of soft drinks, energy drinks, and candy. Nebraska restricts purchase of soda and energy drinks. Oklahoma restricts purchase of soft drinks and candy. Texas restricts purchase of sweetened drinks and candy. Utah restricts purchase of soft drinks. And West Virginia restricts purchase of soda. Alright, and there you have it. There's a list of the 12 states that are currently putting restrictions on food stamps. This is a very controversial topic, and like I said, I don't believe in restricting junk food entirely. Perhaps we could put some sort of limit on there, like 10 or 15%, like that last person said. But what do you think of the changes to the EBT food stamp program? Leave a comment below. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel for more content like this in the future. All right, bye.